Hey guys, it's Greg. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be checking out a crazy Kiesel custom order. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Greg, a crazy Kiesel custom order? Watching this video going to make me go crazy? Shut up and don't be silly. It's a crazy order, but you're probably not going to go crazy, but you might. You're welcome. Alright, so today we're going to be checking out a killer guitar. Really, really cool. I wish it was mine. Unfortunately, it's not, but it's a friend of mine's and actually helped him design the whole thing. So I thought it'd be really cool to do a video on it. I've never seen anything like it, and coming up to the concept took us a couple days of going back and forth and just kind of, spitballing different ideas off of each other. And this is the final product that we came up with. So for those of you that don't know what Kiesel is, Kiesel was formerly Carbon Guitars. And when Carbon decided to close up shop kind of temporarily, he actually had his son, Jeff Kiesel, take over. That's where the name comes from. These are USA-made, fully customizable guitars, probably the most customizable guitars of any company on the planet. They can do literally almost anything, and this guitar really proves it. So they have all kinds of different models. Now, this particular one, this is their Aries model, and it does not normally look anything like this. Now, you can get any kind of exotic wood, paint job, any kind of thing that you want, reverse headstocks, regular headstocks. But for this particular build, going through the specs, so the first thing we had them do that's not the norm is reverse the headstock. And we actually had them do a matching paint job for the headstock. Typically, the headstocks are non-painted. We also added locking tuners as well. So the specs of this is an all-or body. It's really lightweight, one of the most lightweight guitars I've probably ever played. It's about 5 pounds. It's a roasted maple neck and board. And it also has lumen inlays, side dots on the side. So if you play in a dark stage or something like that, these will actually light up at night. Super cool. It's a 26.5-inch scale. Obviously the paint job is custom. He's a big patriot. He wanted something that's going to be slightly patriotic, but also kind of 80s meets modern. So this is a blood splatter, but it's red, white, and blue. Typically, you're just going to have a red blood splatter or just a blue or whatever color. He's got this double thing going on, so that's, the color scheme. And I suggested to him, if you were going to do that, why don't we try to do some other cool things to match with it? So that's where these pickups come out of. I told him it would be really cool to, first things first, see if Kiesel could do offset inlays for you, which I'm a huge fan of those. They could, so I suggested, why don't we do 12 dots in blue on the left side, 12 dots in red for the right, and then matching pickups. So I thought it'd be really cool to have this kind of blue humbucker for that side and the red humbucker for the other. So obviously they were able to do it. Now these are all upcharges. The total for this guitar was about $2,200. So even though there were a lot of upcharges, the playability on this guitar is absolutely amazing. The pickups are fantastic. We'll get to those in a second. The neck is fantastic. It stays in tune great. I mean, this is one of the nicest guitars I've ever played in my life, and I hate that I have to give this back to him. So Kiesel has a lot of different options for pickups. So the one I had him get in the bridge was the M12 SD, which is the old pickup that Marty Friedman used to use. And in the neck, they suggested the most kind of high-octane kind of metal machine type one they have is their lithium. So that's what we have here. It's a mixture of those two. Both are very high output. Both have amazing clarity and sustain. The last thing we have here is your hipshot bridge, standard volume tone, and then a 5-way blade. This guitar is super versatile. Now, obviously, he's into rock and metal like me, and this is kind of an 80s kind of theme thing, but this guitar is super versatile. You can get funk tones, pop tones, country tones, whatever you want just with these pickups. So that's another thing. They're billed as, kind of shred guitars. Obviously, this is a shred channel, but you can do a lot more with them than just that. Okay, so the way this demo is going to work is I'm going to be going over clean, mean, and leads through my ENGL Fireball 25 head. We're coming out of my ENGL 212 with vintage 30s, and we're miking this up with an SM57. Enough of the boring talky talk. Let's get to the shredding. Alright guys, so that'll do it for the demo of this guitar. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm also going to leave a link to Kiesel Guitar's website in the video description below. Kiesel essentially has two options. Now you can custom build anything like this, something totally different, whatever you want. They also have guitars that are just in stock that they normally make that are also really cool. Signature models from different shredders and different artists as well. Headless, 7 strings, fan frets, all kinds of different options. So definitely make sure to check out Kiesel Guitar's website in the video description below. And as always, like, share, subscribe. Join my Patreon for guitar, gear, and tone lessons. If you want one-on-one lessons with me, my email is in the video description below. And I will summon you for the next video.